The old house stood alone on a hill, big and dark, its windows like empty black eyes. The moon hid behind thick clouds and a cold wind hissed through dead grass. Kids in town said it was haunted, no one came out the same. But here I was, hand trembling on the cold brass knob, determined to prove I wasn't scared. I pushed the door open, it groaned, echoing through the empty space. A wave of cold, musty air rushed out, smelling of dust and something sweet and rotten. I stepped inside. The door slammed shut behind me. My heart pounded. I was alone, swallowed by darkness. My friends had dared me to walk through the Blackwood house. I took out my flashlight, its beam shaking as I revealed a grand foyer draped in white sheets. Furniture looked like lumpy ghosts. Cobwebs hung from the ceiling, dust swirling in the light. I took a deep breath, trying to steady my nerves. I had to keep going. That was the dare. The longest, darkest part was just ahead, the hallway. I stepped forward into the unknown. The hallway stretched before me, vanishing into blackness beyond my flashlight's reach. Wallpaper peeled like sunburnt skin, floorboards groaned with every step. The air grew colder, thick and heavy. Shadows twisted on the walls, some seeming to move on their own. I froze, shining my light into empty corners, nothing there. My imagination was running wild, but I pressed on, footsteps echoing. The feeling of being watched crept up my spine. I wanted to look back, but fear kept me moving forward. Black doors lined the hall, brass knobs gleaming. Whispers seemed to come from everywhere, impossible to pinpoint. I focused on the floor, telling myself to just keep walking. But the end of the hall never seemed to get closer. It felt endless, like I was trapped in this creaking, whispering darkness. Still, I kept going. That's when I heard it, a faint whisper, not the wind, but voices inside the house. They grew louder, overlapping in a chilling chorus, hissing through the air. I walked faster, but the whispers followed, coming from the walls, the floor, the ceiling. "Get out!" One voice hissed right by my ear. I spun around, nothing there. My heart raced, fear prickling my skin, then footsteps, soft, light, not my own, matched my pace. When I stopped, they stopped. When I walked, they walked. I didn't dare look back. The whispers grew urgent, calling a name I didn't know. Shadows in the corners of my eyes moved, twisting like smoke. A tall, thin shadow glided along the wall. No source, just a shadow without a body. The cold swirled around my ankles, whispers and footsteps closing in. I was trapped in a nightmare, desperate to wake up. But I kept moving, drawn forward by something I couldn't explain. The end of the hallway was finally in sight. At last, a single door appeared at the end of the hall, dark wood, ornate iron handle, flickering orange light beneath. Hope and dread battled inside me. I had to know what was behind it. The whispers and footsteps fell silent. The house held its breath. I reached for the handle, freezing cold, burning my skin. With effort, I turned it. The latch clicked, echoing down the hall. My mind screamed to run, but curiosity won. I pushed the door open. The orange light spilled out, casting my trembling shadow. Inside, the room was empty except for a single jack-o'-lantern in the center. Its carved eyes and mouth glowed with eerie light. The candle inside danced and swayed, as if it were laughing. I stared, heart pounding, as the door creaked shut behind me. The dare was over, but the story of the house on the hill was just beginning.